Hey, business owners, I am Karla Dennis, and today I am going to give you 10 tax hacks that millionaires use to save big on taxes, and you can too. In this video, I am going to break them down for you, so you're going to want to write this down. But before we jump in, I'm going to need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this wealth building information. So let's get after it. Hack number one is income splitting. Income splitting is a strategy that business owners use where they're going to split income with their family members. Allow me to give you an example. I have 4 sons. So my 4 sons have always been on payroll. Therefore, I am taking money from my business and I am paying that money out to my sons. Yes, they have the appropriate job description. Yes, they are working for what it is that they're doing. But what does that income splitting do? It takes money off of my tax return and puts it onto their tax return, and they're in a much lower tax bracket than I am in. So income splitting is a great strategy, and the millionaires use it all the time. Make sure you do too. Hack number 2, tax advantage accounts. I know many of you don't want to think about investing in retirement accounts, but it's important that you understand that these retirement accounts can really help you, whether it's a 401k, whether it's a SEP IRA, or whether it's a simple retirement plan. It's important to understand it. A 401k plan will allow you to set aside money up to $66,000 per year, and that is going to give you a great tax advantage. The key is with all of these plans, you do not have to max out these plans, but many times you need to look at how it's going to look if you pay the government versus taking that tax deduction. And I can pretty much guarantee you that there's going to be a sweet spot by which if you contribute to your retirement plan, that you are going to minimize taxes, put that cash back in your pocket at some point, invest in yourself instead of investing in the government. It's important to understand that. It's also important to understand that when you are a self-employed business owner and you employ your spouse, you employ your children, they can also contribute to retirement plans. Could you imagine that our family started a retirement plan for us when we were 5 years old? Can you imagine what life would look like now? This is the same thing you want to do for your family and start to build on that generational wealth. So make sure you understand 401ks, make sure you understand SEPs, and make sure you understand simple retirement plans and start one for you and your family today. Hack number 3, capital gains tax strategy is a major hack. This is what a lot of the millionaires are using every single day. Let me explain to you why. When you sell an asset like stock or like a piece of investment property, that's a capital asset. And capital gains tax rates start out at a maximum of 20% lower than the maximum income tax rate. It can be 20%, 10% down to 0%. So it's something that you definitely want to consider. And when you're looking at capital gains strategy, you're thinking to yourself, when should I sell something? What is my tax rate going to be? Am I going to sell it at a gain? Or am I going to actually sell it as a long-term gain or a short-term gain? A long-term gain means you held the asset for at least a year and 1 day. A short-term gain is you've held the asset for shorter than a year's time. It makes a difference when you're dealing with the actual amount of the income tax that you're going to pay. So make sure you strategize around how you want to handle your capital gains and how you are going to make certain you get that gain in the lowest tax rate possible. Hack number 4 is real estate investments. If you can get into real estate, you are going to get yourself into a great position. Even if you have to invest in real estate with someone else, a partner, a spouse, or whomever, get into real estate. Why? Because if you think about some of the wealthier people in this world, some of the top millionaires, they are invested in real estate because real estate gives you 3 major things. Real estate gives you rent, someone else paying your bills. Real estate gives you depreciation, allowing you to recover your costs of your investment. And real estate gives you appreciation, meaning that that property is going to appreciate and go up in value. And check this out. Real estate allows you to sell that property and buy another piece of property of equal or greater value without having to pay tax. That's called Code Section 1031. Write that down. It's illegal for you to be able to sell your lower level property and step up to a higher level property. That is how people go from a single family home to a duplex to a 4-unit, a 4-unit to apartment buildings. They're using strategies. And the key is you have to make sure you declare a 1031 transaction before you put it up for sale. Too many of you are doing it afterwards and you're not able to take advantage of the code. Wealthy individuals, millionaires, they understand the code first, then they go out and implement the strategy. Hack number 5, business expenses. One of the greatest things about being in a business is almost everything can be an expense. You have your everyday expenses that you are incurring. You're paying rent. If you are paying rent somewhere, I know you're probably utilizing your place for your business. You should be allocating a portion of that rent payment to your business. You are paying your telephone bills, your internet bills, your supply, almost everything that you're doing to be linked to the pursuit of income, and you can be getting a write-off. As a business owner, you're not trying to make a lot of money on paper. You're trying to have your needs taken care of by making sure you squeeze out every single legal deduction. Make sure those deductions are ordinary and necessary. Make certain that those deductions are helping you get to the pursuit of income, and you can justify why you are using those deductions for your business. And one really important aspect is make certain you're paying them through your business account. You want to separate personal from business and pay it through your business account. Hack number 6, charitable contributions. If you are a business owner, you want to make certain that if you are going to throw away anything, you're going to donate it. You're not going to eliminate anything. You want to donate items to Goodwill or other types of organizations so that you can get a tax write-off. You may think that old computer is no longer needed, but that might be gold to somebody else. So make sure you donate that computer. In addition to that, a lot of business owners start their own nonprofit organizations. Why? Because at the end of the year, if I'm sitting on profit, I can donate money to my nonprofit and get a tax deduction for it. Charitable contributions are the way to go. And I guarantee you, a lot of millionaires are donating and they have a lot of nonprofit organizations. Hack number 7 is the home office deduction. I cannot beat this in anymore. You got to take the home office deduction. I know at one time, people were saying the home office deduction would get you audited, but many of us, including myself, we use our home as part of our business operational space. Make sure you're taking that home office deduction and all the expenses associated with it. If you have security at your home, if you have high-speed internet because you need to make sure your Zoom calls don't freeze up, you want to get those as a deduction on your tax return. Don't be afraid to take your home office deduction and realize 3 ways that you can do it. The simplified method, actual expenses, or you can rent a portion of your home to your business. And your business can pay you rent every single month. I guarantee you that's what millionaires are doing. That's what the wealthy people are doing. And that's what you need to be doing too. Hack number 8, health insurance deductions. Make certain as a self-employed business owner that you are taking your health insurance deductions. If you're paying for dental insurance, health insurance, any type of insurance to make sure that you stay in great physical and mental shape, you want to make sure you're taking that as a deduction. And you want to get that deduction in there for your family members as well. If you're paying for your family members to have health insurance, medical insurance, dental insurance, make certain you're taking that as a deduction and you're getting all of your write-offs. This is different from itemizing your deductions. This means that you're going to take a straight deduction as a self-employed individual to get a nice big tax write-off. Hack number 9, retirement plan contributions. You got to start today, not tomorrow, today, actually contributing to your retirement plan. Every business owner that I do business with, every high net worth individual, every millionaire that I work with, they are maxing out their retirement plan. They didn't start out maxing out their retirement plans. They started out with $50, $100. Then they grew it up to the maximum. You want to max out your retirement plan because this is just a given that the government says if you contribute to your retirement plan, you can get that money contributed as a tax deduction. And some of you might be thinking, but when I pull it out later on, I'm going to pay tax on it. That's the reason why we have Roth IRAs and we have traditional IRAs. And you want to have a mix of both. Some of your money is going to be deferred and some is going to be after tax. But the key is to make sure you're maxing out your retirement plan. Hack number 10, hiring family members. In order to create generational wealth, we got to educate our family members on what it is that they need to do. The best way to educate your family members is to hire them in your business like you would any other employee. Hire them, teach them, let them work from the ground up. My children used to answer the phones. They used to empty the trash. They used to clean up. You have to understand how to be an employee so that you can one day be an employer. Hiring family members is mission critical. You can get a tax deduction for it. And check this out, my friends. When you have kids that are 17 and below and you hire them in a single member LLC or on a sole proprietor business, you do not have to pay Social Security or Medicare tax for them. That is such a win. You can pay them up to the standard deduction and they will have to file a return, but they won't owe any tax. Can you imagine 4 kids all at the standard deduction, right? 4 times 10,000 is 40,000 of a tax break. The kids get their own money. Do they get to keep it? Yes, but they have to spend it on their school clothes. They have to spend it on their sports things. They have to donate to their retirement stuff. And I'm getting a tax deduction for that. Hiring your family is mission critical, a great way to build wealth. And it is exactly what the millionaires are doing. And because you're going to become a millionaire, you need to be doing it too. At the end of the day, understanding the tax hacks are so important. You want to make sure you're doing income splitting. You want to make sure you're hiring your family. You want to understand tax advantage accounts. You want to understand the home office deduction. You want to make sure that you are understanding how millionaires are reducing their tax bill down to many times zero. And it's being done legally. If you want to become like someone, you have to understand exactly what they're doing. And that is why you now know better. I require you to do better. You're going to now like, comment, and subscribe. Type in millionaire so that you don't miss out on any of this wealth building information. We can't afford to.